Welcome to The Tomorrow Show. I'm Rocca, and this is the future of fashion. Okay, it was the future of fashion 30 years ago. That's right, yesterday's future of fashion has nothing on the future's future of fashion. Never mind, just watch the video.
Some of the most famous fashion designers in the US today have been asked to forecast what Eve will look like in AD 2000.
In the 1930s, top fashion designers were asked to speculate on the fashion of the future.
The lightly clad woman of tomorrow, ooh, swish, will move in an atmosphere that's scientifically kept at the right temperature.
And not just for women.
He'll be fitted with a telephone, a radio, and containers for coins, keys, and candy for cuties.
Oh well, at least they got the cell phone right. Laughable predictions of wearable technology in the year 2000, right? Or maybe just 9 years ahead of schedule. It's not exactly fashion forward right now. I mean, it's a little bit conspicuous.
Yes, right now it is a little bit conspicuous.
Intel, sponsors of The Tomorrow Show, gave us a preview of the latest in ready-to-wear tech, including the head-mounted computer, developed and modeled by Kent Lyons.
This is my wearable computer. My display I happen to wear on my eyeglasses. I have a keyboard that I can hold in one hand and type very quickly.
You're essentially getting a full-frame view of your computer screen.
Exactly. That's hovering in space. Wherever I want to put it, I just move my head.
I hope this isn't too personal, but could I wear your computer?
You can wear my computer. I'll let you look at my display.
It may look clunky now, but soon, says Lyons, the entire apparatus will be small enough to hide in the frame of your eyeglasses.
So right now what's actually happening is that the sweat on the palm of my hands is being measured using these two electrodes.
Jennifer Healy showed us a device for analyzing our emotions through electrodes to be concealed in socks and gloves that record minute physiological changes to the body through the course of a day.
From that information, I can determine, most likely, I'm in this particular emotional state.
And just the mere touch of my hand has done all of this to you.
Absolutely.
And then there's the context watch.
I'm watching this video and I could, maybe change the volume, increase the volume by just doing this.
A universal remote of sorts for electronic devices like cell phones that responds to simple gestures. Lama Nachman showed us how she could check her voicemail with a simple hand movement.
So you could imagine just going like this and the device understanding that I just did this much.
Hi Lama, how are you? By the way,
I just like my husband.
Did you delete your husband just now?
I just replied to him.
Oh, you replied to him?
Yeah.
There's still going to be beautiful clothes. They're not going to be space costumes.
While the clothes of the future may do more, they may not look all that different from what we wear now, says Tim Gunn.
They're clothes that build in all sorts of various kinds of communication technology. It won't be evident. It will be disguised. Yes, I want to have all those goodies, but I don't want them to be in evidence.
Gunn is host of Lifetime's Project Runway.
Designers, in just a minute, I'm sending in your models.
And Chief Creative Officer of Liz Claiborne.
When I think about the future of fashion, I really don't think about new silhouettes, new styles.
Who decided that the fashion of the future was a jumpsuit?
I believe it had to be visionaries, in quotes, before the space age, before we put a man on the moon. A jumpsuit is not especially flattering unless you're the shape of a supermodel.
Gunn points out that what we perceive as beautiful clothing hasn't changed all that much since, well, the 30s. But what will change, he believes, is the material for clothes.
I believe that the innovations are in their infancy, and we may reach a state where we never look to natural fibers. Everything's man-made. Look at a synthetic leather and I think, why would we need anything else when it's this believable?
What about fur?
Well, I have to tell you, I have a different position on fur. I don't believe in wearing fur, real fur, but I'm not particularly fond of faux furs that look real. I'd rather have it be a fur that has a bit more whimsy and wit about it and looks fake.
And it's not just animal products Gunn sees going out of fashion.
There are very few processes that are more polluting of the environment than the actual manufacture of cotton for textiles, for fabric.
Gunn thinks we'll see plant fibers like cotton replicated so closely by synthetics that we'll no longer need the real thing. So in the future, I might be able to weave a synthetic cotton sweater on my loom.
Absolutely, but given the advancement of technology, you won't actually have to be weaving it. You will program a machine that will do all of that for you.
And that machine will soon be your personal computer, communicating your unique dimensions to the manufacturer. Custom-made orders hardly sound futuristic when millions already shop online. But Gunn has wilder hopes.
It could be like a scene from the Jetsons that I remember from many, many years ago as a kid.
I'll be ready in a flash, honey.
There was a machine, it looked like a washing machine, where you programmed in
Gray flannel spacesuit.
an item of apparel and poof, it came out. So it could happen, yes.
Whatever the delivery system, one point is perennial. Beautiful will always be beautiful.
Our perception of beauty, I believe, can be enhanced, but short of drinking some potion that hasn't yet been invented, I don't think that our perception of beauty can be totally and completely recalibrated. There's simply things that are more pleasing to the eye than others, and we'll still want those things.
What if you live alone? Can you spray yourself?
Well, that's, this product, I think that's the beauty about it. It's all about making friends. I think it will be fantastic to be able to knock your neighbor and say, could you do my back, please?
Here's the problem. If I get up in the morning and I need to have my neighbor spray some clothes onto me, do I knock on her door naked?
Well, why not? No, I think it's all depends how good looking is your neighbor.
Or really how good looking I am, because I'm the one who would be naked.
Lift your arms, this, yeah, that's fine. My goal as a fashion designer was basically to create something different, something unique. And then during my process of studies, I see that creating garments is very long, and that made me realize to see if I could create something very fast, like the spray-on fabric.
I'm just waiting for my t-shirt to dry now.
And maybe write the name Mo.
Oh my gosh, that's fast. Oh, the hair.
A little bit on the hair, but
And if I wanted to, you're saying I could go out on the town with this?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, hi. What do you think of my shirt?
It looks like you've had an accident.
Oh, okay, all right, very good.
It's very odd. It's not something I would wear. No.
You would not want to be sprayed?
No, I would not want to be sprayed.
Not for me, no.
Does the idea of sprayable fabric, assuming it develops further, does that appeal to you? Something that you can just sort of get onto you at a moment's notice?
No, because it would take me less than 3 minutes to apply a regular t-shirt. It would in fact take me about 7 seconds at the most.
You'd have to be a very brave man to wear that out just down the road to London. But what I would say is, if I was going to one of these raves or one of these, maybe like a house party or something, that's very different. It's artistic. I'm into my art. I quite like it.
Next time on The Tomorrow Show. Do you hear what I hear? Do you hear what I hear? The future of noise.
We have to shout. We're having to shout right here, you know, just in order to have a normal conversation. I'm getting hoarse talking about noise.
Until then, don't stop thinking about the tomorrow show.